And we're live now with the reigning Miss Supranational from Thailand, Antonia Porcild.
Hi everyone.
Okay, so how are you? How's everything in Poland?
Actually, right now it is amazing. The weather is amazing. It's not too cold like how it was before when I came to compete. It's actually very sunny and very breezy. I love it so much. And it's been great so far. I got to meet all the beautiful contestants and they're all so sweet and loving, and I'm so excited to see what more they have in store for them because even I don't know what's happening next. Very exciting.
Okay, so what can you say about this year's batch of contestants?
I think this year there's a lot of very strong contestants. I feel a lot more positive energy from this group of girls, and I think it's also because we've kind of already gotten to know each other through the Supra chat, so it's a little bit more relaxed. But I think all of them are so beautiful. They're all so sweet and so kind. I've had the chance to talk to them personally, like during the activities and getting to know them better, and it's going to be very, very difficult this year to find who can win the Supra crown because I think all of them are worthy of it.
Okay, so let's get to know Anne on a personal level. So can you please tell us the place where you grew up?
I grew up, this is actually a hard question. I grew up kind of everywhere. I was born in Bangkok, but after I was born, my parents moved to India. And then I think it was Singapore next. Oh, sorry, wait, no. My parents were pregnant with me in India. They came to Thailand to give birth to me, and I think they went back to India and then moved to Singapore. And then I kind of did my childhood in Bangkok again, and then we moved to Mexico for 2 years, and then we moved back to Thailand, and then we moved to Vietnam, I think.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And we lived there for 8 years, and then after Vietnam, we moved to Malaysia for 2 years, and then I moved myself to Denmark for 6 months, and then back to Bangkok, and then to Spain for my first year of university, and then back to Thailand, which is where I'm currently based. So I kind of grew up everywhere. Sort of.
Yeah, how did you cope up with, moving all the time, growing up?
I think it was relatively easy because I was a kid. I didn't really understand the process of it. But my parents were very open, and my dad is Danish and my mom is Thai, so it's kind of already natural for me to be open to different cultures and different learning styles. But as I grew older, I think it got a little bit harder as I made closer friends and more memories with people. But it definitely taught me to be more open-minded and grounded because everyone is so different, and it all contributes to who you are as a person as you grow up. So I started to be more grateful for it, but it was a little bit stressful sometimes, but my family made it very easy for us.
So where do you see yourself settling down in the future? Which country?
I hope somewhere in Europe. This is just what I think now. I don't know. I would think this maybe in a year. But I really love the environment and the culture in Europe and how everything is very united and how everything kind of works in its own way, and the culture that they hold in their different countries. Like I know in Denmark, there's like a law where you can't build buildings, like new buildings, because they want to keep the historical effect of monuments that have been around for ages. And when I went to Spain, their culture was literally everywhere, and I loved it so much. Of course, I would love to be in Thailand, but I think it's also good to grow outside of your comfort zone. So hopefully, maybe Europe, and then eventually in Thailand. But I guess we will see.
Okay, so can you tell us about your childhood dream?
I don't think I really had a dream. I was kind of a very active kid, and I didn't really have one set thing that I wanted to be because I was doing everything, and I didn't really know what I was really good at to really move forward in that direction. So I guess my answer would be I didn't really have one. I just wanted to be happy. I think that was the most important thing for me.
Did you ever think that you'll be a beauty queen someday?
Never, never ever, because actually I just started following this beauty queen community and contests very recently. Actually, I think it was 2015 where I just watched very little of it, and then a couple of years later I started watching it more. But I was never really into it before that.
Yeah. Wow. So, who convinced you to join? Who's behind Anne's pageant journey?
It was actually one of my friends. She called me one day out of the blue. It was Kevin's sister, actually, Mr.
Ah, Kevin Dasso?
Yeah,
Ah,
Kevin's sister
I
called
love
me.
him.
Yeah, we were on the show The Face together, so we were pretty close. And she
Uh-huh.
called me and she was like, "Do you want to join Miss Supra?" And at first I was like, "What is Miss Supra?" Because I was so kind of not ignorant, but I didn't know more about the pageant world apart from the ones that were broadcasted very popularly in Thailand. So I was like, what is that? Like, what do they do? What are their values? I really tried to get into it because I didn't want to just go for fun. You know, I know a lot of people tend to just go for the experience and go for the publicity, but I really wanted to go with a reason. So she was like, yeah, they're really looking for someone who can speak English well, who can like speak about their beliefs. And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty interesting, but I'm kind of not really the goal, like the ideal weight, and I still have my braces on, so how am I gonna go and win this? And she was like, don't worry, just try it and see, and if you really like it, like it'll go on.
So, one decision you make brought you to where you are now.
Yeah, I was just like, should
Being
I
a
listen
public
to her?
figure.
Yeah, I did not think
It all happened so fast, right, Anne?
Yeah. I actually remember the phone call like it was yesterday. It's crazy.
So, can we ask about your early morning ritual? Like, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
I feel like this answer is not going to be very beauty queen like. I know a lot of people say they meditate, you know, they have a cup of tea. I don't do that. When I wake up, I just kind of plan my day out, what I'm gonna do, what time I need to be there. You know, set a schedule in my mind about things that need to be done and how much time I need to get ready, and just be mentally prepared for it and not have this like negative approach to it, because I feel like when you wake up angry and you find the negative things in what you're doing during the day, it just kind of brings down your mood, and you don't really want that. So I try to be positive and I try to have energy as much as I can. But yeah, it's not much of a big ritual, but it's just being positive and getting ready to start the day on a good note.
Okay, connecting to your answer, do you have like a favorite motto or mantra that you live by?
The one thing that I definitely have carried on throughout my life, like a saying, is treat people the way you want to be treated. And which one my dad taught is, if you're gonna do anything, do it with 100% of your heart.
Nice. So, what is the most expensive material thing you bought for yourself?
I actually don't like to buy materialistic things. Actually, I don't like to buy things for myself. I like to buy
Really?
things for other people.
Wow, so
I feel
sweet.
like when you buy for other people, you don't think of it as a waste, and you don't think of it as like a loss. But when you buy for yourself, it's kind of like, oh, now it's just my money is gone. So I actually don't buy so much for myself, and I can't really think of anything I bought for myself actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like shopping?
I do, but I like to.
Just simple
I
stuff.
just like to look, you know, and see like, okay, maybe like the style here, I can find something at home that can work the same way.
Interesting, huh? Nice. And what is your idea of perfect relaxation? How do you relax?
How do I relax? You're asking someone who's a very big overthinker.
Really? Or?
I'm like a crazy overthinker. I stress myself out sometimes because I overthink. But I think one way I choose to relax is just kind of like telling myself that, you know, what's done is done, and if it's in the past, you can't change it. What can you do in the future that is better? And just allowing myself to feel all these emotions and being at peace peace with it because when I was in high school, I joined this group and the teacher said that it's so important to let yourself feel your emotions like there's a little baby that you're holding because you know babies are very fragile.
That's right.
Like a baby version of you that can feel all the emotions, and I try to use that every day to just be at peace with myself, and I think that's really important. And surrounding yourself with positive people. I think that's really important.
Can you tell us about your sign, zodiac sign? When is your birthday?
My birthday is November 2nd.
Oh my God, you're a Scorpio. High five. Same here.
Yeah, people hate us. They say we're manipulative and dark and scary.
Yeah, when the first thing they hear when they know that you're a Scorpio, like,
Yeah, actually, I have a friend. She's like, "Are you a Scorpio?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "I knew it."
ah,
Because we're like very sarcastic and we have dark humor.
that's right.
And you know, that's kind of my whole personality, and I feel like I was so lucky to have like Andre who understands my dark humor. Otherwise, I
Okay.
don't think we would have gotten along. He would have thought I was like this overly sarcastic person. But,
Yeah.
I know like not all Scorpios are good.
Wow, I didn't know you're a Scorpio
Yeah,
just
it's
like
the
me.
best side.
Yes, yes. Okay, so can you tell us about the biggest misconception about you?
I think people tend to think that I'm very like arrogant. And,
Really?
Yeah, it's just like because you know, as Scorpios we have a
Yeah,
resting face that is
actually,
not,
that's right.
that doesn't come off very friendly.
Like they think we're intimidating
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of our strong
Exactly.
aura.
It's more like we're building a wall so you don't see our weakness.
Right, right.
But yeah, I actually had a friend who was like, the first time I met you, I thought you didn't like me,
Mm.
and I was like, no, it's not it. Yeah, I think people tend to think I'm intimidating and mean and not very approachable. But you know, once I learned that, I tried to be more forward and happy.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know why people.
But because like for Scorpios, we have like a roller coaster of
Yeah. We're having a lot of
thoughts.
thoughts right now. It has
Yeah,
nothing to do with
exactly. Wow, I feel you. Don't worry. Okay, so do you have a boyfriend? Are you seeing someone?
Did you approve these questions? Yes, I do.
Okay, so I have a question. The one you love, or the one who loves you?
Sorry again.
Uh,
Got distracted.
getting married.
No.
Okay,
No.
the one you love or the one who loves you?
Is that related to the last question?
Yes, when it comes to a lover.
I don't really understand that question actually.
Like
do you mean by
when
that?
someone who's after you but you don't really love him,
Oh.
but the one who,
Like which one I would prefer?
yeah, which one would you prefer? Or the guy you love but he doesn't love you?
That's so hard. Because I feel like if you love someone and they don't love you, you know, a relationship, any relationship, friendship, or like a relationship with like a boyfriend or a girlfriend is a two-way street, you know? You
Exactly.
shouldn't have to like run after them all the time and they're just like pushing you away, or vice versa. So it would suck that if you love someone and they didn't